anywhere.
Come here, Coop, with your pitch ass. No, come here, Coop. Ow! We eating. Jormungandr ate good tonight, boy. Okay.
That is very true.
Damn, they wasn't lying. Jormungandr is big. Oh, hey, Artemis. There go, Auntie.
That's the one thing I learned about that deck. It's almost impossible to stop it. The only way to really beat it is you gotta have a very, very fast deck.
Yeah.
Which Trevor always had a fast deck.
Yes, he does.
I think his fastest was that effect deck.
Oh my god, I hated that.
That deck
Damn.
was so nasty. There was like no way to compete against that thing.
Is coming to an end.
Yeah. Yeah. Not unless you had an infect deck of your own.
Right? But
I want some sneakers.
But when it came right down to it, the powerhouse deck of my Kraken Hydra deck, everything about that deck showed that it was almost impossible to beat it. I mean, in all fairness to it, I didn't know what to think about it at first, and then 2 days later I came over to play, and our buddy Trevor had built a deck specifically to go up against that deck.
Yeah. And I even modified my beast to take it on. I love my artifact deck.
I wonder, do they have a console version of that? Or am I thinking of that Hearthstone game?
What a cart, like what was that?
Magic the Gathering. Don't they have like a console version of that?
Yeah, yeah, they have
They
a
do.
couple.
Shoot. Is it free? I'd actually like to try it out.
I think one of the newer ones was free. And then you could, like, you know, buy DLC for it. Although, I know Clayton still wants my dragon deck.
That dragon deck, you know what? I wanted that until you guys told me how incredibly dangerous my Kraken deck is, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'll stick with that.
With that.
Yeah, but I love my dragons.
Yeah. Yeah, this dragon deck is pretty awesome.
Out of mana. Be right back.
Hades
Come
need to
on,
be
Mr.
careful
Moose.
over there. Ain't nobody got time for him dying.
Strength my own.
Hey, where you going, Moose?
Artemis, you get out of there too.
beautiful spot on the entire map.
Right.
Yeah, but you know, of all of our funny stories together, nothing tops that time I walked in. Ferris, I got a question to ask you. What's that? Did you play football for Carney Lake? Oh yeah, I was one there along it. Do you remember a play in which a ball was fumbled and a linesman boy picked up the ball and took off running, and the big Carney Laker just basically drilled him into the ground like he was a screw? Yeah, that little bastard.
He said that
Yeah,
little
what-
bastard.
He's like, yeah, why? Just sitting there staring at him, just, oh my god, that was you? Yeah, that was me. I have a bad knee now because of that. Oh, well, you shouldn't have touched the damn ball now, should you? I think that wasn't long after Borderlands 2 came out, because I think you were playing that.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You were playing that, and me and Trevor were working on my car.
Yeah.
That still tickles me to this day, just thinking about how you pause the game, you're like, why? Wait, was that you?
Hades need to be able to keep wrecking their shit, so.
See a deer?
Coyote.
Ah. I'm looking for it. I don't see it anywhere.
Come here, Coop, with your pitch ass. Nah, come here, Coop. Ow! We eating. Jormungandr ate good tonight, boy. We done world
Quincy,
serpent.
have you ever heard the full story and how Ferris busted my knee?
Not the full story. 'Cause I remember you mentioned it to him before. When you told me, when you found out it was him. And he was like, oh shit, it was him.
Well, long ago, I can't believe I can actually say that now. Long ago, we went to different high schools. We didn't know each other until we were adults
Right.
and long graduated high school. Our high schools were bitter rivals. Think of like Michigan and Ohio State in college football. Did you get it?
Uh-huh.
No. I shot just above its head.
Oh. I was talking about Ferris there for a second.
Oh,
Our
okay.
high schools, though, were bitter rivals. Like I said, like Michigan and Ohio State. We just hated each other. There are actually 3 main schools in our district. There's actually quite a few in the district. But the 3 top ones that were like the big ones that everybody talked about when they play sports was Conneaut Lake, Conneautville, and Lionsville. Those 3. After that, nobody cared about the other schools.
Exactly.
But those 3 right there, those are the schools that everybody, when those games were played, they wanted to be at them because they were the big games. I got this one. Maybe. Got it.
Last week.
But those were the big ones. Those are the ones that when it was game time, that's when everybody wanted to see was those games.
Mm-hmm.
And So the biggest rivalry was between Conneaut Lake and Lionsville. Most of the time, Lionsville would win the first game, and Conneaut Lake, we would always split the season with them.
Yep.
And a lot of times when we'd split the season with them, the few years that we did split them, the ones that I can remember, Lionsville won at Conneaut Lake and Conneaut Lake won at Lionsville. We embarrassed each other. We embarrassed each other on their home fields.
Yes.
I'm going to get those 2 coyotes.
Hold on, Moose.
I see it. I'm down. Kill it. Nice. How big was he?
I don't know, I just shot.
Alright, well go get your moose, I'm gonna get my 2 coyotes. This year happened to be one of the years in which we won, Lionsville won at Conneaut Lake, and I was playing that game. I was a defensive tackle. It's one of the big guys right up on the front line. On the defense side, you go in there and we get to kill the quarterback whenever we get a chance, and it's fun. Ferris pretty much could take up the entire half of the front line on his own.
Yeah, I mean, because there was... let me put this in perspective. I was like Godzilla on that team because I had to wear like 4X triple shoulder pads, and I was like 3 feet taller than everybody else.
And what were you? Were you a guard or the center?
I actually played backside tackle on the offense.
Yeah, he was what we did. Me and him weren't lined up across from each other, but we were lined up there. He was, I think, he was at one end of the line. I was at the other end.
Yep.
So, on this day in particular, it seemed to be having a bad day for Conneaut Lake because we were penetrating that line left and right. Except the poor guy who kept going up against Ferris.
He was pissed off all game. I'm like, dude, come on, man.
I can remember in the huddle, I'm like, come on, you gotta get past that guy. Have you seen how big he is? Yeah, I don't ever you one bit. Go, you gotta figure out a way to get through him. Well, this day in particular, I don't know what happened, but somehow somebody got past Ferris and hit the quarterback, causing a fumble. I was through the line, and I saw the ball on the ground. We are 30 yards from the goal line. I see an opportunity here. Everybody is pretty much in a meat pile on the ground.
Yeah,
and there's a loose ball. There is a loose ball bouncing across the field in the direction of the end zone. And if I pick it up, run it in, score it, we score, we pull ahead, and we're gonna win the game. So I'm like, I can be a hero. So I scoop up the ball and take off running down the field. I am excited, I am smiling, I am happy. I glance back really quick and I am, oh crap!
Yeah,
there's this behemoth of a man right on my tail, and he has his head down and his shoulders are going, and I just curl up and wait, because I am going to get hit, and I'm going to get hit hard. And I did. I got drilled into the ground. I am laying there looking like Loki from Avengers after the Hulk smashed him. The big guy just pushes off of me, like pushes me harder into the dirt. I am, keep in mind too, I am 5 yards away from the freaking end zone. I was that close. I could smell it. The big dude just pushes off of me, rumbling crap underneath his breath almost sounded more like a freaking growl. storms back to the freaking sideline. My team has to pick me up, help me up, and help me off of the field. I am standing there. I get up, I push them away, and I walk off under my own power. I'm limping, but I am walking off under my own power. I get to the sideline, coach looks at me and says, "You just want us to game. Sit down, you're not going into the rest of this game." After a hit like that, just hit those smelling salts.
Damn.
Okay, boss. Okay. Hey, did we win yet? The rest of that week in school, I was a hero because of me recovering that fumble, and I won the game for us. However, they told me that the injury to my knee was so severe that I could never play football again. So, I was done playing football. Next Conneaut Lake Linesville game, I'm standing there on the sideline in a nice outfit, watching the Conneaut Lakers come out on the field, and lo and behold, there's this behemoth of a man standing there in the middle of the field, hands on his hips, just staring at me, shaking his head and walking back to the sideline like somebody had kicked his puppy. Now, that's my side of the entire story. Now, let's hear Ferris's side of the entire story, because his is just as funny and priceless.
Right? Yeah, I mean, I'll start at the meat pile because it was pretty much, I don't know what happened, but yeah, somebody got past, everybody scrounging for the ball. I see it squirt out. I'm like, ooh, I can win the game because nobody can tackle me.
And keep in mind, too, he has to run 70 yards with that ball, and nobody will be able to bring him down. It's like watching a freaking tank drive through. It's like watching a tank drive through an entire thing of protesters. There's just no stopping it.
Right? And then I see him pick up the ball, you know, I'm like, ooh, gimme, 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 you know, I'm thinking, all right, I'm gonna be a hero, blah, blah, blah. And then he picks up the ball, and then I go from, oh, I'm gonna win this, to Hulk's gonna kill you. Because I scream, I cock my arms back, and I roar. And I see him turn around, and his eyes are big as dinner plates, because he knows what's coming.
He said, I roar. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, and he crumbles, and I just, and I hear him go, oh! And I hear the crowd go, oh! I mean, and everybody was silent. I get up, fucker, I'm lucky you're alive. And the coach is like, well, you at least stopped the touchdown. And fucking threw my helmet. I was pissed. You know, and then, of course, you know, go back to school the next day, and they're like, really, you let a Lionsville kid beat you to the ball? And I went, listen here. I'm a behemoth of a man, but I ain't that fast. I tried to kill him. Just wait till next week when I go over there. I'm gonna kill him. I mean, I got ridiculed for a week, and then we go over there, and I'm like, oh, good. I'm gonna kill him now. And then I see him on the sideline, I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit? You're telling me he's hurt?
You did
Well,
it.
somebody's gonna die.
Wait, so who did you take it out on?
What, did I have 4 sacks that game against your quarterback?
Damn.
I believe so.
Yeah. And like the second one, I told him, you tell your buddy on the sidelines to get dressed or else you're getting more. And I walked away.
The funnier thing, though, that he told me is when he went back to the sideline, is that kid dead yet? Well, he got up and walked on it for his own power.
Yes. Oh my god.
I'm pretty sure that impressed you that I was able to get up and walk off.
No, I died.
I couldn't tell. Would you rather be impressed or mad.
I was more pissed off, but I was also kind of like, you know what? Good for him. He can't get up. I guess I gotta hit him harder.
Damn.
Yeah, I remember that too, because the quarterback comes back to the line and he just looks at me and he's like, playing? What's up, Tom? He's like, Kanye leg bastard had a message. What do you have to say? He's like, get dressed and get in there or I'm gonna get hurt more. You got good insurance, right? He goes, of course I do. Okay. You're good then.
And I remember after the third stack, your coach is screaming, somebody stop the giant!
I remember that too, because he looked at me and he goes, dude, if you were freaking dressed, you could be able to stop him. I'm like, Coach, you saw what he did to me on a fumble. He goes, I'm fully aware of that, but I'm pretty sure this is all because of you. Like, probably is. You know the funny thing too, I remember when we would end games, it would be out in the middle of the field, we'd all shake hands with each other, good game. Yeah, I walked out of that field, me and him kind of looked at each other from across the field, both just walked the other direction. Neither one of us wanted to say anything to the other.
Man, your moose is tweaking the fuck out.
Yeah, I shot him with bird shot originally by accident.
Great, you pissed it off.
But that whole week for me at high school, that week, everybody treated me like a hero. I got treated good. I'm just like, I stopped, I recovered the fumble, I stopped the Connie Lake from beating us, screw Connie Lake, they're all worthless. We won that game because I got that fumble. Yeah.
Yeah, I got ridiculed for a week. And we all saw how that turned out.
You know, I'm just thinking about, I would have loved to been in the freaking locker room to hear that conversation. After the fumble and after the hit. I would have loved to have been in the freaking locker room for that conversation that day.
Yeah, and I mean, I didn't really get my ass chewed because I did save the touchdown, but at the same time, I did kind of let the guy go. It wasn't on purpose, but. So, but I remember before we played you guys, the coach was talking. He was like, so is he gonna have to kill anybody? He hold on to the ball this week. And I went, guys, drop it. I need to kill somebody.
I really wish I had freaking heard what you had to say when you saw me standing on the sideline dressed. Wasn't dressed to play. I couldn't play no more. Saw me standing there on the sidelines. I couldn't even resist either. I just kind of gave you a little wave. I was sitting there thinking, yeah, hit me now, frick.
Yeah, you waved. I was sitting there going, oh, if you only knew.
Ferris had a point to prove at that point.
Yes, I did. I made sure everybody was aware of it.
Yeah, I remember because of that freaking Lionsville game when you guys came there and you just were ripping through everybody. 4 sacks on the QB. There was no turnovers though in that game. I remember that. There was no turnovers on either side.
Yes.
For the amount of hits the quarterback took, there was not a single turnover.
Yeah, he held on to the ball every time like a boss.
I remember the coach just kind of sitting there like, playing? Yes, coach. I think he's still mad at you. What was your first clue?
Yeah, because after each sack, I'd look over at the sidelines and I'd point.
I remember that had to because you pointed right at me once, and the coach just kind of looked down at me and looked back up at you, and he's like, "So it says your knee's not gonna ever work properly for football, is it?" "Yep." "How are you feeling about that right now?" "I'm still kind of ticked I'm not in there playing against him, but I can't complain that much. I'm not getting killed." Because I can see you literally doing the same thing from Waterboy, which would be you would hit my guy, knock the ball out, pick it up, walk over, hand it to me, and point me in the direction of the end zone, and let me run the whole way just so you could drop kick me at the end.
Yep.
Damn. That sounded like it was quite the battle. Shit.
Oh yeah,
And-
we
and that
hated
day-
each other.
Oh yeah, Conneaut Lake and Lionsville absolutely hated each other. We kind of considered Conneautville like our retarded cousin we keep at a distance.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally what it was. I mean, if I had to put it in sports terms, Conneautville was the America of the World Cup. When it
Yep.
comes to soccer, that's what we were. But Lionsville and Conneaut Lake, there was no greater rivalry in the state.
Right? Oh my god.
And the amount of damage that we did to each other, there was not a single game when somebody did not leave the field injured.
Damn. Y'all was trying to end all y'all careers before it even started.
Pretty much, we hated each other that much. It was
Yep.
like, when we'd find out our friend was dating a girl from Conneaut Lake, we never let him in. Never let him hear the end of it. "Wow, you're really slumming it today."
Right? Oh my god.
So, which one of her cousins has gotten to her before you?
Oh my god.
Oh, there was absolutely zero possibilities of people not being made fun of for dating a girl from Conneaut Lake. Or we didn't really make fun of the girls for dating boys from Conneaut Lake because we probably knew the Conneaut Lake boys and we probably already tried to kill them. So we figured if they survived us, they are worthy to date our women. Which would have been really, really funny if I ended up dating a girl from Conneaut Lake and she brought me to the freaking
Damn, they got it.
thing and, "Hey, Ferris, this is my boyfriend Clayton." "Hi, Ferris." "You look really familiar." "So do you."
Wait a minute.
Right? "Oh, I've been bamboozled." But no, in all honesty, I would have loved to have been there just to listen to what the teachers and the kids would have been saying to you over me picking up the ball. That would have been freaking hilarious.
We almost came back.
Oh, he's way out there.
I would have loved to have been there for those conversations.
Yeah, it was a rough week.
Nobody would let Ferris live it down.
Nope.
You do not let your friends live it down when somebody from the rival school picks up the ball or outsmarts you at something.
Yeah.
That is mandatory.
Yes, it is.
Because if Ferris had gotten the ball and I hadn't have brought it, and if I had been able to bring him down, I would have gotten an earful about that. You let the Conient Lake boy touch the ball? I can't believe you would have done that.
See, and the funny thing is, I would have had the mentality, you know, most people try to run away from a tackle. I would have taken the ball, I'd have run right after him and went, oh!
See, I never got a chance to put it to the test or anything, but, I mean, Ferris has seen me tackle. He knows I can bring down the big guy.